This is Lacy Robertson, the hardest working woman in mortgage and real estate nationwide, and I'm here to bring you this week's report of California companies that will be laying off a significant amount of workforce where we received and processed their notice between April 3rd and April 9th. Now, before I ask you to like, share, comment, and do all of that good stuff and subscribe to my channel, I know you're probably wondering, what does this have to do with mortgage and real estate? Giving us layoff information week after week? Well, I'm glad you asked. Many, many years ago, I was super excited. I was getting ready to purchase a property. The seller was excited. They were getting ready to get the proceeds from the sale of their property. I had signed my loan documents. And if you've ever purchased a piece of property, when you're signing loan documents, there's no rescission period. You're not backing out, not thinking there's not going to be any consequences if you try to. So anyways, I had signed my loan documents. I go back to work hours later and I find out that myself and 399 other people were getting laid off that day. There was no warning or anything. You can only imagine what was going on in this mind of mine. I was like, you know what? I can't buy this house. I don't have a job. How am I going to make this payment? I don't know when I'm going to get another job. Like, it was a housing crisis. So I got on the phone. I told my mortgage broker at the time. I told my real estate broker at the time. I faxed them over the documents and I don't have a job. And thankfully, I was able to back out of the transaction. But guess what? I lost money in the process. I didn't get my deposit back. I paid money for inspections and appraisal fees. Like, I didn't get that money back. So there's two reasons why I share this information. One, what would you do differently if there was a possibility that you might get laid off? Like, if you knew your company was laying off at the address that you worked, would you not go on that lavish vacation or that shopping spree? Would you kind of consolidate your debt? Would you pay off some debt? Would you start saving aggressively? Would you dust off your resume, update it, and put some fillers out there? Like, what would you do differently? Would you start that new job or write that new book? What would you do differently? So I like to give you a heads up. I don't want you to get caught off guard like I was. Okay. So that's the first reason why I share this information. The second reason why I share it is I want you to know that you don't have to lose your house just because you lost your job or you're facing a financial hardship. Like, I've literally been helping clients for years lower their mortgage payment, make it more affordable so they don't have to exhaust all their savings trying to make their mortgage payment each month. So it doesn't matter. If you've had a loss of income due to a death, divorce, illness, injury, layoff, natural disaster, I'm your girl. I am the person you want fighting for you and negotiating with your lender on your behalf. So for all your mortgage and real estate needs, I want you to dial 714-914-7254. Feel free to follow me on all social media platforms at Go Lacy Robertson. That's Lacy without an E and Robertson with a T. Now, before I get started, let me let you know how I share this information. Of course, I told you these are California companies where we received and processed their notice between April 3rd and April 9th. Now, I give the companies in alphabetical order. So I'm going to give you the date that they're laying off. I'm going to give you the name of the company. I'm going to let you know if this layoff is permanent, if it's temporary, if it's a closure. I'm going to let you know that detail. I'm also going to let you know how many are being laid off and the location. Now, if I pass the letter that your company starts with and you're like, you know what, I've kind of been hearing whispers. I think I might be getting laid off. I think I've seen something in the news or in the paper, or there's whispers around the office. You may want to check previous videos. I put out these videos every Monday at 5 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you don't hear your company on today's video, you may want to check previous weeks because I may have covered it previously. Okay, so let's get started. We have 22 entries. That doesn't mean 22 companies. I have 22 entries, which means some companies have multiple locations or they're laying off 2 different days or whatnot. So bear with me. We'll get through this and at least you will have the information so you can better prepare yourself in the event that you might get laid off. So let's go. June 4th, we have Active Care Living is closing permanently. They're laying off 56 people at 2629 East Chapman Avenue in Orange. June 2nd, Federal Express, excuse me, I skipped one. So I told you Active Care. Let's go June 2nd. Theme Arrow, FEAM Arrow, is laying off permanently 8 people at 1490 South Vineyard Avenue, Suite D in Ontario. You have June 2nd, Federal Express Corporation is closing permanently. They are laying off 79 people at 1600 63rd Street in Emeryville. June 2nd, Federal Express Corporation is closing permanently, laying off 95 people at 8455 Pardee Drive in Oakland. June 7th, Goodwill of the San Francisco Bay is closing permanently. They're laying off 72 people at 1301 30th Avenue in Oakland. June 7th, Goodwill is closing permanently, laying off 18 people at 750 Post Street in San Francisco. June 9th, McDonald's restaurant is laying off temporarily. So these next couple of entries for McDonald's, they are laying off temporarily, okay? So 67 people at 2712 Santa Monica Boulevard in Santa Monica. You have June 9th. McDonald's is laying off temporarily 105 people at 5645 East Kings Canyon Road in Fresno. And June 9th, McDonald's is laying off temporarily 66 people at 4480 East Olympic Boulevard in Los Angeles. June 2nd, Pfizer laying off permanently 56 people at 10555. So that's 10555 Science Center Drive in San Diego. June 18th, right at school. So there's several entries for this company. They are laying off permanently 13 people at 12044 South Eucalyptus Avenue in Hawthorne. You have June 18th, right at schools, laying off permanently 11 people at 4091 West 139th Street in Hawthorne. You have June 18th, right at school, laying off permanently 11 people at 3620 West El Segundo Boulevard in Hawthorne. You have June 18th, right at school, laying off permanently 24 people, 4617 West 136th Street in Hawthorne. And June 18th, right at school, laying off permanently 11 people at 4339 West 129th Street in Hawthorne. June 18th, right at school, laying off permanently 10 people at 11838 South York Avenue in Hawthorne. And June 18th, right at school, laying off permanently 18 people at 13435 South Yukon Avenue in Hawthorne. May 21st, Sodexo is closing permanently, laying off 39 people at 620 Sutter Street, apartment 207 in San Francisco, or unit 207. June 6th, Technoprobe America Inc. is closing permanently, laying off 146 people at 7911 Haskell Avenue in Van Nuys. June 2nd, United States Cellular Corporation is laying off permanently 6 people at 1180 9th Street in Crescent City. June 2nd, United States Cellular Corporation is laying off permanently 7 people at 1440 Broadway in Eureka. And last but not least, we have June 2nd, United States Cellular Corporation laying off permanently 8 people at 1232 Airport Boulevard in Ukiah. So that's the end of this list of California companies that will be laying off a significant amount of workforce where we received and processed their notice between April 3rd and April 9th. Now, If you've experienced a loss of income due to a death, divorce, illness, injury, layoff, or natural disaster, I want you to pick up the phone and dial 714-914-7254. Remember, I've been helping clients for years. I got a track record. It is good. I've been helping people lower their mortgage payment, make it more affordable, avoid foreclosure, do all of those good things. When life deals you lemons, I help you make lemonade. Okay, so make sure you pick up the phone and dial 714-914-7254. I'm Lacy Robertson, the hardest working woman in mortgage and real estate nationwide. I look forward to working with you and for you. And until then, have a blessed day.